Okay, we're still trying to
Attention right now. Don't waste a step.
figure out what's going on in this arcane tower. I think we've made progress. Oh! Please, no! Not my main guy. I'm thinking if we manage to bring a lockpicker down here to where Shadowheart is, we can get in the bottom of the fucking tower. I think that's where we want to be. I think. Oh shit! No! 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 This tower, man. It's pure cancer. It's not showing me like my healing pots in this little corner. It's even playing the kooky like chaos music because it knows. It knows. Death. How the hell did I get Shadowheart down there? Did I just jump and take damage? I think I did. Luckily enough, we can use a Feather Fall to avoid that, right? Okay. I am hoping that getting in the bottom is all I needed to do. Sussa Flower Anti-Magic Field. A Sussa Flower tree is draining the character of its magical energy, preventing it from casting spells. Is that because I picked up, like, a branch? It is, I got 2 Sussa blooms.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it. One day I'll... What's that?
Glyph of Warding. Have I seen a Glyph of Warding before? It's like a trap scroll. It's all about getting to that top floor, right? Fix the elevator, get to the top of the tower. That's where the wizard keeps his real loot, you know?
Can't risk being in open view.
I had a book as well on Shadowheart. I'm sure I read it.
Next?
Fredbear book. Huh.
Let's not get caught off guard.
Okay.
On my way.
Is there a way to fit through that hole? Like, what is this? Surely,
I'm way
you must
too
have to
big.
be a druid and turn into like a rat, right? Treatise on the anti-magic properties of Sussa tree flowers. By L.D. Hurst. Understand all that? Yeah. Okay. That was a pretty irrelevant book. Oh, I want to pick it up. This they can be used as a power source. Condensers and alembics.
Maybe I need more pockets.
I do need more pockets. Pick up so much trash. Power generator. Ah, the book is telling me to put Sussa in it, no? I'm getting full again. It's all that money weighing me down. What can I say? That whip weapon is good, it's just... I don't want to be forced to hit somebody every round. I still have the wrong mask on. Or the wrong helm, I guess. I was using this one. So Shadowheart has the susser. Sussy bark.
Waiting with bated breath.
Gonna hit a quick save before I lose my susser bloom because I'm an idiot. Wait, no, is this not it? Really?
What path lies before me?
Magic of the Weave, an introduction. Ugh, so many things. So many books. I did not mean to take that. Oh. Don't want a rotten carrot. Wait, did I miss these stairs? No, it's like another floor. Ooh, detect forts. Whenever I want it, eh? Purple fluorite shard. I feel like it must be to put the susser tree in because it said it was used as a thingy, right? And that you how I myself created items that have anti-magic properties and that use the magical absorption of susser tree flowers as a power source. The way its roots, bark, and flowers can be harnessed to make magical items. Can I put anything in there, like, at all? Have you ever just done? Oh. Oh, I need to put it in the top right. Haha! Now I get it. Okay, I did not look at the diagram very well. I see arrow pointing to something, I put I am in there. I'm simple-minded. Oh, is that like knight enemies at the top? Living armor type stuff? This anti-magic field, whilst it's kind of like cool, I don't want that to be on all the time. Might have to send this to camp and just kind of grab it whenever I need it. Although I'm sure I might need it in a minute in this tower as well, so... So now we should be able to use the lift to go up to the top. And I assume there's a fight waiting for us up there, so we are going to have to do our long rest finally. Nice. Send again. Nice. I just long rest even though we're not together. Hey, what's up with me? I haven't killed in like 5 days.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Wipe the sweat from your brow.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil gate vlakith mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly.
I thought she wanted to like
Your
sleep with me,
bones
now she wants to
popping, your
slice my
flesh
neck.
swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds
Jesus.
intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
We're fine. Surrender? Will she just kill me if I press that? That'd actually be, if that like ends the story that you have to reload, that'd be cool. We're just exhausted. Lower the blade before you do something foolish. We're fine. Don't be silly. Everything's fine.
I cannot trust my own mind. So it seems I must trust yours. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
Seems a bit extreme. Wait, I haven't like put us into the bed. Why are we're already sleeping kind of thing?
I came just in time. You are transforming.
No, I'm not. Lae'zel was right. We are kind of transforming. I never saw this lady like when I was doing the opening, did I? I know your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, you have. I saved you before.
Did I hear it before? Is it Who Are You?
And I'm here to save you again.
She's the feather faller.
Don't
When I was
worry.
falling.
You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
I'll get up on my own.
Independent. Good. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it.
It might be a little bit late for that. I've been
I will
resisting
keep
it every
from
time.
consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
I haven't picked like the Illithid dialogue like any time. I've never used the parasite to like explore someone's
Fight
mind.
for the fate of Faerun. A fight
I think,
we are
anyway.
losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential.
I don't know what's going on. I see floating colours fighting each other.
I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back.
Why is Faerun a big colourful bull skull thing?
Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
That was obviously the Guardian that we created at the start of the game. But I have no idea, like, who that is still, I guess. Don't know if I can trust her either. Let's talk to my party members and see if they had any similar, like, dreams. I don't know if I can trust the Guardian.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
Yeah, it happened to you as well?
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole. Use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like we can't escape this mess. In the waking world or otherwise.
I have no idea if it's an ally or not. That artifact seems to be protecting us somehow. Do you still have it?
Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life.
Also puts a target on our back. But I guess we do need it to be protected from the Absolute. Curious that you just happen to have an item that can protect us. How did you come by it?
I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
Yes, I remember all this. How can you go to all this trouble and not understand why?
I told you already. I surrendered my memories.
You did tell me
For the
already.
sake of the mission.
You did.
Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored.
I'm not gonna call her a true... Maybe I should. If I want her to kind of reject Shah, I feel like maybe I should say she's being a true pawn. I think she won't like that though. Admiral conviction, though I think I'd prefer to know what I was getting myself
That's
into.
not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
There was a choice between the two of them, eh? I want to get to know you more.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
True. What drew you to Shah worship?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive.
So you think.
She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
Tell me something about yourself besides Shah, besides tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced?
Yeah, tell me like,
Well,
what chocolate
I
bars do you like?
night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
That is actually exactly what I meant, yeah. You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass some.
It's a deal.
Anything else you'd care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memories suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
That seems extreme. I'll say that.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
Okay. I want to talk to you about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up?
I don't think I've ever had
Okay,
it.
this is what
After
you said
all,
before.
what I shared with you about my past, about being saved from the wolf. That is not something I would normally even dream of sharing.
Okay. We're gonna just go around the camp and talk to everyone.
I had the strangest dream last night.
See what they all thought of the dream and
There
stuff.
was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads.
Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
I did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
Oh no, Starion. I don't trust it. We should avoid using these powers.
Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do
Yeah,
you have some
because
sort
it's
of
a tadpole
condition?
that makes you a mind flayer,
Honestly,
you
it's like you
idiot.
hate good news.
Let me slap this guy. Let me slap him.
Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past?
I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am.
I was never able to resist their commands.
But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
So he needs to drink the blood of the kind of like elder vampires or like the original ones that bit him and he'll be free? In theory.
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
So about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want?
Act 2.
Unless you're looking for another nibble.
No, I'm really not. I need to know how we'll feed you in the future.
No innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to kill anyway.
I like how he smiles
After
about
all,
that.
you know what I am now. I can fight with all my weapons. Teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead.
Sounds good. Glad we could agree.
As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already.
What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise Towers? I wonder if we can cure him of his vampirism.
Drow, mind flayers, death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
Okay. Up to Bolo.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I was just
gonna stay at
settling
camp,
in
isn't
and
he? We can't get
reviewing
rid of
my
him now.
latest findings.
mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know about mind? Can we trade with him first? Got some scrolls. Not much interesting in there. Does have 369 gold though. That's mine. Skywreck only 1d4. That's so... Ugh. Why is it making like chittering, skittering sounds? I want your gold. I feel like I got a free sleep without having to spend 80 food. If I'm not mistaken. Have anything else to sell? Oh, silver plate, malachite. I want his last 7 gold. I want him to have no money. It's all mine. Yeah, what do you know about my players?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking.
True.
The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
I don't think that was a replica. I fought one of them.
Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible.
Not only have I encountered them, I killed one.
That can't be.
No, it's... I was captured by them. I'm lucky to be alive.
You're mad! But, tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter?
I have. The Mind Flayer infected me with a parasite.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
He knows what he's talking about. Tell me more about ceramorphosis.
I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected.
His disbelief makes sense. Yeah, if only your disbelief could hold the facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flare? Ridiculous. Isn't it?
Examine me, find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
Oh god. Volo, please.
If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
Does he see it? I want rid of this thing by any means necessary.
If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
I do like Volo, man. He's a legend. Ah, it's like bard armor. Oh. Don't ever borrowed. Leveled up though. I want to be able to speak to animals again. I need someone who can cast that spell, ideally.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Pet. Yeah.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
I had a similar dream, a side effect of the tadpole. It could be like the tadpole trying to trick us.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
I think it's some kind of psionic trick. I didn't believe a word it said.
Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
Alright, nothing else to say to Karlach?
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did,
I don't actually think it was a psionic trick by the
Someone
Mind
came
Flayer,
to
but
me and promised to protect
maybe.
me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise. It is gate deception.
You're right, we should ignore this dream figure at all costs.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
Did I see Karlach like dancing in the background a little bit? I think I did. Just need to speak to Gale and Will. And Withers, of course.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is. The tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by elithid worms.
Yeah, I'm still not sure it's a trick from the tadpoles, although obviously my companions keep saying it is, but I do think it's a trick, just not by the tadpole. We should have as little to do with these tadpoles as we can.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
That's what I think. What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him. No matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you, the cost will be too great.
I think he's right. Oh, I could totally hit him with the refuse him like you refuse Mizora. I could. Not gonna do that to him, but... don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal. I have a little interest, maybe 1%.
But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
What's it like being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from fathers, the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist.
Was
brave as Baldur, stubborn as a deep Rothe.
Not a noble.
Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
I'd love to see a demonstration of your courtly dance, buddy.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show.
You dance like a drunk ogre, that sounds hilarious, count me in.
Well, give it some time, develop a bond, and maybe I'll show you a move or two. I promise,
develop a
clumsy
bond,
oath
eh?
is
Wink,
well
wink.
within my repertoire.
Alright. Withers, did you ever dream even though you don't have a
Wheel
tadpole?
of fate, dost thou require a new ally?
Nope.
Oh.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
You don't believe this was a real person talking to you then?
A real manifestation, perhaps, but not an individual of flesh and blood in the manner you or I would consider to be real.
Indeed.
Whether she spoke the truth or not, well, I think I require a little more evidence before taking a fantasy at her word. Until then, best we speak of other matters. Was there something you wish to ask?
I never realized it was so easy to cast magic.
I assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mystra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Yet it is life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not humble opinion.
I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus.
I do like
Karsus
Gale.
was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell
very
of his
well
own
voice acted
devising,
and
he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop
always has like
the power
a
of
smart
the goddess
kind
of magic.
opinion about things.
Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril. The end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
Very nice. So that moment in time, all magic was gone.
For a spell. Mistril was reborn as Mystra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mystra, but to prove my love for her. And try to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day.
He is a dummy too.
I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
If you ever feel the Neverese magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
What do you make of having a vampire in our camp?
I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control. He's done that so far, despite his condition. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Nice. Okay. Nothing secret in this cave, is there? I think we level up and we head out back to the tower. Uncanny dodge. Pretty easy level up. Fast movement, extra attack. Damn, that's good. Very nice. Okay.